Shalom. All praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Quadash. Double honor to the elect apostles, bishops, elders at Great Millstone, and well. Shalom to like Ak out there doing his work to sincerity and truth, and not for vainglory, in season and out of season. All right, I just want to bring out a couple of scriptures. They just had the abortion held up, abortion rights held up out there in Kansas City, Kansas, and they can have abortions in Canada after the Roe versus Wade, when they banned abortions, in a lot of states. But, they said, well, in Kansas, we're going to let them have abortions. Okay. And, you have the women and certain men, some men, but mostly women, they're jumping up for joy. They're happy, they're getting teary-eyed, they're just so happy that they can have an abortion in Kansas, okay? Which, we knew this wasn't going to last long, okay? Because Esau, the so-called white man, he's about death. That's his spirit, okay? So he's not about life, He's destroying the earth, he's destroying the water, he's destroying the air, which is part of the earth. He's destroying the people, so he's not about life, he's about death, okay? But the point that I wanted to bring out, see, we know the so-called white woman, what makes the so-called white woman tick, which is the women of Esau, of the nation of Esau, okay? What makes them tick? The spiritual demon Satan, so, we that in the know understand that, of course, the so-called white woman, that's a natural spirit, okay? The spirit of Satan, okay? The spirit of the devil, okay? Now, the so-called black woman, well, she wasn't created to have the spirit of Satan in her, man. She was created as an Israelite woman, okay? All right? To love her seeds, man. To love the sons and daughters that come from out of her womb, okay? Not to say that that's where the babies come from and it's the woman's baby and the father ain't got nothing to do with it, like how they push. No, I'm just saying that the man plants the seed in her womb, okay? The seed grows and the seed comes forth out of her womb, okay? Just like I was explained in the book of Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can go there right quick. Not 2 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. Okay. Let me see. Okay. 1 Corinthians 11 and 11 and 11. I'll start at 8. Okay. 1 Corinthians 11th chapter in the 8th verse. It says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." Okay. Like the elder Yashawamba said, here it is, you're arguing, you're having an argument with a woman about, where the baby comes from, who gives the baby life. Well, like the elder Yashawamba said, according to the Bible, the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, gives life. Okay. All right. But the babies come from the man. Okay. Yahweh made man and he made the woman and he set an order for them. Okay. So that's why it says, for the man is not of the woman. Yeah, the man is not of the woman. Okay. Because the man didn't come from the woman. The man wasn't created by the woman. Okay. Okay. All right. The woman didn't just have babies in a womb without the seed. You see what I'm saying? That immaculate conception that you know, these people believe in. You know, as one of Polite's women, one of his wives, I don't know whether she's with him or not, still with him or not. She says the Bafalin gland that a woman has can get her pregnant without a man. And we know that's totally preposterous, okay? All right? And we know that the babies are in a man's testicles, okay? That's where the babies are swimming at, okay? That's where they come out of. And then they go into the woman, and the woman nurtures the seed, feeds the seed, nurtures the seed, and then the seed grows in a woman's womb, and the seed comes out of the woman's womb. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Exactly. The woman comes from a man, man. Okay? All right? The man has what? Male sperms and female sperms in him, man. Okay? And inside his testicles. Okay? That's the way I can say it. You know, I don't want to say, the other words and stuff like that. Okay? It says, neither was the man created for the woman. You know, and of course, with this Roe versus Wade, these women believe that men were created for them. Okay? And that he's supposed to just go along with whatever she wants to go along with. And he has no say-so because it's her baby. It's her baby, He had absolutely nothing to do with it because it's just her baby. Okay? Because the baby came out of her, because the baby grew in her womb. And now it's her baby and he has no say-so. You see what I'm saying? The boss chicks, that think they're equal to a man or over a man. Like the scriptures say, a new thing on the earth, a woman shall compass a man. So they believe that they're better than men. They believe that they're over men and men are supposed to bow down and serve them. But that's not going according to the Bible. Okay? But we know these people out here, they don't go according to the Bible anyway. They go according to what the serpent, which is the so-called white man, what he pushes out, his philosophy. You see what I'm saying? Which is the so-called white man. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So women were created for the man. Okay? A woman was created for a man. You see what I'm saying? It's like Adam, he said it's not good that man should be alone. That's what Yahweh said. Okay? I'm going to make him help me. I'm going to make him a helpmeet, man. And that's the woman. So she was created for the man. Okay? Eve was created for Adam. Okay? All right? So it says, for this cause ought the woman to have power over her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman. Yeah, because, point blank, yeah, we have to see, right? Right? But we have to put the seed into something, man. Okay? And that's the woman. So we have to put a seed in a woman, and then the seed grows in the woman. Okay? And then a baby comes out of the woman's womb. Okay? All right? It says, never, it says, nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in Yahweh. Okay? For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman, but all things of Yahweh. Okay? So, this whole thing about, this abortion and see, this is all Esau's doing, man. Because during the time of slavery, man, the woman ain't had no power to get no abortion from the slave master, man. Okay? If the slave master raped her and she didn't want him to rape her, then she couldn't go and get an abortion, And they had ways of doing that back then too, man. They had ways of getting rid of babies back then, aborting babies back then too, man. She just had to have the baby because she had no power. She had no control, But, a woman shall compass a man. That's a new thing in the earth, But it's not supposed to be, okay? And in the kingdom, that's not going to be the case. All right, so let me go back to Deuteronomy 28. And start the 56th chapter. Deuteronomy 28 and the 56th. Excuse me, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and the 56th verse. Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and the 56th verse. Yeah, so let me make sure I get that right. Okay. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, because, the Israelite woman, I'm talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women, you were tender and delicate. You were soft-spoken, you were dainty, you were tender, you were delicate, you were very, very super feminine, okay? All right? You wasn't a loud, you wasn't a manly, mannish, you wasn't brawling, out there brawling and fighting and, popping your neck and telling a man, pointing your finger in his face and telling him what he gonna do. That's not how the Israelite woman used to be back in the ancient world. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set their soul of her, let me read that again. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Man, that's how dainty and feminine and soft and delicate and tender our women were, man. They wouldn't even put their foot on the ground, man, for tenderness and delicateness. They were carried around, okay? It says, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom. Yeah, and well, we know that, look at the divorce courts. Women, mainly, they're the ones who start the divorce proceedings, because what? The eyes shall be evil towards her husband. They be with him for a while, then they get tired of looking at him. They get tired of the same old, sex. And then they say, well, I'm gonna divorce him because I don't give a damn what he did for me. I don't give a damn, with the marriage vows that I took. I want to do what I want to do. I don't love him anymore. It says, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. And that's evil to do that, man. That's evil to say that, well, my body, my choice. That's a real evil thing to do. And And evil means bad times, man. But that's a real wicked thing to do, man. Here it is. You got a seed in your stomach, but you you, you don't want to see, for a whole lot of various reasons, man. You see what I'm saying? You want to go out and party. You know you you can't be tied down with no kids right now because you're still young. You only live once, you know, or you're trying to get back at your man or whatever. You see what I'm saying? You don't want that responsibility. You know, that's a real wicked, evil thing to do, man. And you're doing wickedness and evilness to your own sons and daughters, man. Here it is. You have a son or daughter in your womb, and you're gonna get rid of it. You don't give a damn how it's done. You don't give a damn what pain the fetus has to go through, man. You just saying I don't want it in my body, my choice. That's your eyes evil towards your son and your daughter. Now, mind you, it said son and toward her daughter, so it put the son first. Okay. Traditionally, sons are more important than daughters because the son carries the next line. The son continues the lineage of the family line. You see what I'm saying? All right. Not saying that fathers don't love their daughters, okay, because they do, but the son is more important than the daughter, man. Okay. Even in Italian homes, man, you know, uh, Eastern cultures, Arabs, East Indian, so forth, so-called Chinese. Even in Italian cultures, man, the son is more important than the daughter, man. You see what I'm saying? Because they have that understanding that the son carries the line. The son can bring back everybody, man. Okay? It says, her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. You've seen it before, man. It's among you Black, Latino, and Native American women. Little kid walking down a block, and you calling them bastard and get your effing A over here and shut up, you little nigga, and I mean, there's many horror stories, okay, that we've seen. It says, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet. Yeah, man. So this abortion thing, man. It's like, wow, yo. You know, toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, babies, man. So this is how these women are. Okay. This is how these women are, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, these are the curses, by the way, because it's gonna go into it. But the so-called white man, they just pushing it to the next level. They allow these women to do this thing because, like I said, during time of slavery, the Black, Latino, and Native American, if they was raped by the slave master, the so-called white slave master, so-called white man, they didn't have no choice, of whether to keep the baby or not. But now the so-called white man is enabling these women to do that. Okay? All right? It says, and toward the children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy power, Yahweh, thy power. All right? So it's the curses, man. But Esau, man, he's just so-called white man, man, he's just pushing this to the ultimate max, man. You know. But let me see. Let me go. Oh yeah, and another thing too. Genesis 29th chapter. Go to 15 verse. Genesis 29 and 15. And you know, I'm just not going to just blame the black woman, Latino, and Native American woman. You know, you so-called men, man. You know, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American men. You know, you're down with it, man. You know, you say, yeah, you know what? I ain't ready to have no baby now. Go get an abortion. Hey, sometimes so-called black women, black, Latino, Native American don't want to have an abortion, man. You know, but the man will push a man, her husband, a boyfriend or whatever, he, he'll push her to go get it, you know? And that's wicked too, man. Okay? You know? But let's go here. Uh, Genesis 29th chapter in 15 verse. And Laban, excuse me, and Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wage be? And Laban said, and Laban had two daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee. Wait a minute, hold up now. Wait a minute now. You know, this whole concept of a woman picking and choosing. Oh no, I don't want you. No, I don't know, nigga, I don't want you. No. Oh yeah, I'll take him. In the kingdom, man, you ain't gonna have no choice, man. You know, you gonna go wherever your your daddy tell you to go with, man. Okay? You know, whatever your father tell you to deal with, he's gonna arrange the marriage and you gonna have to marry the man. Now, of course, all the Israelite men are gonna be handsome, so it's not gonna be enrich, you know, so it's not gonna be a situation. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, she didn't have a right to say, oh no, I don't want to marry him because I'm in love with this other guy. You see what I'm saying? You know, or she runs away from home because she don't want to marry him because, you know, she's being forced and she's being given to that man by her father's will. You see what I'm saying? You know, oh, I don't want to marry because he's fat or he's ugly or he's too short or, you know, all excuses that women come up with, you know, not to deal with a man. Oh yeah, oh he don't got enough money. You know. So this whole thing of picking and choosing and I don't like this and I don't like that and I don't need a man and this and all this madness. Well, that wasn't the case back in the ancient world. It's not going to be the case in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And Laban had two daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel thy younger daughter. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man, abide with me. So, hey, man, Laban had all the power, man, to pick and choose who he wanted his daughter to go to. Okay? Arranged marriages, baby. It's coming back in a big way in the kingdom. Okay? All right? So, you know, I just want to bring these couple of scriptures out. because all the madness that's going on in this society, man. You know, all right, due to the so-called white man Esau, okay, and due to the wickedness of two-thirds you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So as a judge, so are the people. I mean, saying it verbatim. With whatever matter the ruler of the city is, so are the people, man. That's why I said he's the one that's pushing this abortion thing, man. He's the one that pushed it in the first place. You know, Margaret Singer. This is all population control, but hey, listen, man. This thing is gonna be done away with, man, real soon. To the power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. With that, Shalom.